talk about braking. The most basic but most important skill in racing. Without good braking, it doesn't matter how smooth your line is or how hard you mash the throttle, you'll never get the lap times that you want.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
When you first start sim racing, you think speed comes from going flat out everywhere. But the truth is, the faster drivers are the ones who know how to slow down properly. Braking isn't just about stopping, it's about controlling the car's weight, balance, and speed so you can set up the corner perfectly. Let's break braking into 4 ranges, the strongest to lightest. These are the basic tools in your toolbox. Every corner you will use one of them, or sometimes a mix of them. Range 4, threshold braking. Range 4 is called threshold braking. This is the maximum braking power right at the limit before your tires lock up. You use this at the end of a long straight, like a big hairpin or chicanes. Range 3, hard braking. Range 3 is a hard braking, still strong, but not quite maximum. Think of a corner where you don't need to slow down from top speed. You're probably going to be using range 3 braking for a while because this is the one that's the most common. Range 2, medium braking. Range 2 is medium braking. This is a smoother, more controlled braking. You use this for medium speed corners. You're not stopping too much, but you're still stopping a little bit. And finally, range 1, feather braking. This is just a slight touch on the brake pedal. You use this to small speed adjustments or stabilize the car mid-corner. It's like tapping the brakes to keep the car balanced. Alright, well that's enough theory. Let's go to the actual sim and learn from there.
Go. And we're on the sim. You can do feather, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's go over that. So the pit lane will help you what the pedal feels. Keep working on the pit lane with the pedals until you get it. You don't have to master it, but until you get it.
When you're learning a track, you may not know which ranges to go to. And that's where understanding how to brake. For example, you can be driving this track right here. This is Imola. You look at this first turn, and you know that you have to brake a hard braking. So when you come by on your lap, you understand where to brake.
I just wanted to expand on that and to explain further. Once you understand how the braking feels at the pit lane, and when you know what brake range you need to press on a specific corner, when you go around that corner for the second time after understanding what range you have to be at, it becomes second nature. You don't have to guess. You know exactly how much to press. That makes you consistent and makes you faster. For example, you would do the range 2 here, you know exactly what to press, and then you do range 2 again, you know exactly what to press. You don't think about it, you don't overthink it, you just do it. Once again, you go up here, you think in your head, range 2, your foot goes to range 2, you make the turn, and then you hit throttle. And I'm just using range 2 as an example. The corner might not be range 2, it might be range 3, 4, and you have to adapt.
And that's how you, again, that's how you get consistent, and that's how you get your lap times are not all over the place. They're really close to each other.
And that's the reason why ranges and understanding them is important. Now when it comes to practice, you also want to know how the car feels and how it reacts on each range. I normally pick a track with a long straight and a hard braking zone at the end, with borders and number boards on either side. For this example, I'm doing Imola, but Daytona road course also works. For this example, I'll be braking on the 200 that you see on the left side, and I'll use range 1. So to show you guys that featherweight range 1 is not for stopping. I have never driven a track where you use range 1 to stop. typically you brake later and harder. So I wouldn't focus too much on range 1, I would focus mostly on range 2 to 4. And I'll be doing the same thing with the range 2, braking at the 200 mark. And you can see that this one's actually used to stop the car. And this is range 3. You can clearly see the huge difference on stopping power. And this is the range that you'll be mostly using and should be mostly practicing. And this is range 4. I use 90 to 100% brake pressure for this. And you can see the massive difference between number 2 and number 4. So understanding when to brake and understanding what the car would do when you do that brake is important. So for a recap, mastering all 4 ranges of braking, 1, 2, 3, and 4, will make you understand where you went wrong, will also make you consistent, and on top of that will make you faster. It's a way to use less bandwidth and less thinking with your brain and more of the muscle memory, which is what you want. And I'll also show you with an example here. I'm using the brake reference on my right side. My foot knows I gotta brake in range 3, and that's what my foot does. And same with the next corner. I know it's gonna be range 3, so my foot goes to range 3, because I know what range 3 feels like. You can see that range 3 and 4 are very close to each other, so you can tell how different all the braking ranges are. And that's for this week's racing sim skill video is. Don't forget to leave a comment to tell me how you guys find the video, and also like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.